Greetings, welcome back to YourPlaceInEurope.com. It's the last day of November 2024 and I am in the beautiful city of Lugano, Switzerland in the canton of Ticino. You can see it's a nice sunny day. It's a bit cold, I'd say it's about 7 degrees, and I'm out here at the lake talking to you today. At YourPlaceInEurope.com, our objective is to make your transition to Europe easier, smoother, more convenient for you. When I left the US and came to Europe about 28 years ago, there were no services such as this, so everything was sort of do it yourself. I go into the library to research possibilities, and I made a lot of mistakes along the way, and I made a lot of good decisions. One being, I became a Swiss person. I live in Switzerland. Anybody knows about what that means to be integrated into Swiss and become a Swiss citizen knows that is not an easy transition to make. I was successful in it, and I will help you become successful in your moves to Europe as well. Thinking about how to structure such a move. When I'm in the US, I hear people say to me, "Oh, I'd love to move to Europe. How do I do it?" And that's really all they have is that high-level question. I think it's great to have that idea, to have that desire, to have that intent, but obviously you have to move on from just that idea, I want to move to Europe, to making it concrete. And to do that, you have to go through a number of steps and decision-making processes. And I believe the first one is to say, what are my motivations and what are my objectives? Are my motivations, I just want to move away, which I hear these days that people are saying that. I don't have any opinion on that. If that's what your motivation is, to move away, then that's one thing. And there are a lot of places in the world that one could move. If your motivation is, I want to move to Europe because A, B, and C, and you can define what those motivations are, then I think it's much more easy to structure your path. You might say, I want to move to Europe because I want to have a new life experience. I want to move to Europe because I think there are new opportunities for me on the professional scale. I want to move to Europe because I want to have a more rich and diversified lifestyle. I want to move to Europe because I want my kids to have a different kind of future. Those are all motivations and objectives that I believe are very worthwhile. And if those are already clear in one's head, then it's much easier to say, okay, let's move on and then go deeper into what the requirements are and what are the right places to go. And then to start to define that pathway to getting to realizing your dreams. Now, at the moment at YourPlaceInEurope.com, we have the service of providing you consulting with me directly, and there is a booking form on the site. In parallel, we're developing an AI-driven engine with a well-trained, intelligent chatbot that can take a person through that concept of, I want to move to Europe because of A, and then work him or her all the way down through all the decision-making trees to coming up with a few possibilities or a few options of places to go. So that should be ready in about the next 3 or 4 months. In the meantime, we're offering this more personalized service. The next kind of questions to make after you've come up with those objectives and motivations is lifestyle. What is it that you want to have in a lifestyle here? Are you coming because you want to create your professional abilities or your professional opportunities? And then you have to think about, okay, where is the best place for me to go as a professional in this field? Or where is the best place for me to go to start a new company? And those are things that we can walk you through. Many, many options, as you can imagine, many different possibilities, many different price ranges, many different language considerations, things like that. Then to think about budget. Do you have a higher budget to make this move, in which case Switzerland might be a location for you, Norway? Do you have a lower budget? And then maybe you're thinking of places that are less expensive, perhaps in Southern Europe, Spain or Italy, Croatia, Greece. Those are also considerations to take in. What's important to keep in mind is, although it's put out in the media a lot that with the creation of the European Union about 30 years ago, which is a quasi-political entity that everything has become homogenous in Europe, that, oh, you live in the EU, or the rules in the EU are this. That's really not the case. People in North America have been led to believe that the EU is this homogenized, uniform political entity. That's very much not true. When it comes to immigration, for example, every country has its own rules, has its own requirements. Everything is nation-state driven at that level. So don't believe that you can immigrate to the EU or you can get an EU passport or EU citizenship. That stuff doesn't exist. It's really all nation-state driven, and we can explain more to you when you come see us on YourPlaceInEurope.com, or if you book a consultation, or if you just drop us a line. Everything is really very, very local in nature when it comes to immigrating, find a new place to live, going to schools, starting companies, getting visas and such. Everything is locally driven. So I hope this helps, gives you some idea. I've gone through it. I know all the ins and outs. The people who work and collaborate with Your Place in Europe know all the ins and outs. And we just like to see ourselves as a first point of contact for those of you who have these ideas, what they want to do. Come to see us, get more information, see how we can help you in your journey. I hope that helps, and I look forward to hearing from you.